it's Karen here, and today I'm going to show you how I created this gorgeous, well I think it's gorgeous tag using blues and purples with the fabulous Lavinia fir tree, background script stamp to create a bit of texture in the background, and lots of snow. So the card that I'm using here today is multifarious cardstock, and I've cut this tag 6.5 centimetres wide by 12.5 centimetres long. Then what I did was, as I measured 1 centimetre in from the edge, 1 centimetre down from the top on both sides. Then I just got my scissors and I just snipped side to side on my tag. That gives you really a lovely proportioned tag. So we'll get started. So the colours that I'm going to be using: shaded lilac, tumbled glass with my blending sponges. So I've got my piece of card. I actually tore a strip of copy paper to create the hill in the background, and I'm going to turn my tag upside down, and about 2/3, 1/3 is where I'm going to place it. Actually, I might just do that so that... Inking up my sponge, and I'm just going to start off the card in a circular motion onto the card, and I'm just going to keep that moving so that I don't get any unsightly scratches or drags across, and this keeps wanting to move. So you're getting a nice, beautiful blend there of that shaded lilac. Pretty. I'm just going to clean this up so that it doesn't go onto the back of my tag. Okay, and then using the same piece of paper that I've torn, I'm just going to lay it, not exactly, because that will give us a tiny bit of white between the earth and the sky. It's as though the light will just be peeping through there. And I'm going to take my tumbled glass and I'm going to, again, circular motion, come across the tag, keeping it moving, circular motion. Okay, and now I'm going to go back to shaded lilac, and I'm going to spread some of this shaded lilac into the tumbled glass, going back with the tumbled glass over the shaded lilac, so you get this beautiful seamless blend. These two colours sit next to each other on the colour wheel, so they're best friends. They blend beautifully together. Back with shaded lilac. Again, starting off the card, keeping it moving, and blending it into that tumbled glass. And just blending those two colours together so that you get this seamless look. Okay, again, just leaving a tiny bit of a gap between the earth and the sky. I'm happy with that. Now, I'm just going to create a bit of extra depth on the edge. I'm going in with Dusty Concord. Just gives it a bit of extra interest and contrast on one side. There you go. See, ever so simple, and yet it just gives it a bit of something extra. Never be afraid to blend your colours on top of each other. It just gives it something else. So there we have our background. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to put our background script on top of it. Just making sure that you have it the right way up. There are hearts on this, so just make sure that the hearts are the right way up. I'm going to use Purple Delight VersaFine Clair, and I'm not being too careful how I am inking this background script stamp up, because I do want it to be ever so light in the background. I stamped off twice so that you get it quite faded in the background. I'm going to take my fir tree now, ink up Fantasia, what I'm stamping on here is just my stamp mat. If I stamp on a flat table, sometimes it's not springy enough. Again, using my mask so that I give the illusion that my trees are in the background. Stamping off again and again. At different heights there, and then I'm going to stamp the one in the foreground. So you'll always stamp that one off last. Just making sure I want to get this straight. I'm just going to get rid of that. Don't want that on our, just want to get this straight. In between those other trees. Lovely. And there we have it. Now I'm actually going to give that a little blast with a heat gun to let it dry quickly. And I did that for no other reason other than to just dry it off. It's not that it was going to splat anywhere, but that was a very juicy pad. Now the white snow that I'm going to use this one. You can use a Posca pen, you can use any acrylic paint, you can even use the Sigma Ball Uniball pen, but I quite like this one. It's a very deep white, and I know I can dip my paintbrush in because it is a very clean paintbrush, despite the fact that it doesn't look clean. A tiny squirt of water to create fluidity in my paint here. Just making sure, test piece, that I'm going to get the kind of splatters that I want. I need a tiny bit more paint, water in my paint. There we go. And now I'm just going to splatter, because it's a snowstorm. So I just use a pencil and tap it onto the paintbrush. So it splatters everywhere. So just make sure you haven't got anything precious lying too close, because like I said, this is a snowstorm. So I want a nice lot of snow happening here. There we have, there. Isn't that gorgeous? So there's our tag for today. I'm just going to let that dry, and voila. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye.